Hello and welcome to the 14th running of the Titanic Cup Series Daytona 500. This series is nearly 4 years old. It started back in 2014, about September of 2014, and we are getting set for our biggest event, our 14th Daytona 500, to begin our 14th season. We've got 40 cars lined up today, like usual, all set from qualifying that we had a week ago and the duels on Thursday. We had 45 cars attempt to make the race, but only 40 made it in. We're just moments away from getting this underway. Let's take a look at our starting field. Starting 40th in car number 11, the Apple Camaro for Athletic Racing, Logan Miller. Starting 39th in the number 20, JF Motorsports SoundCloud Camaro, Jeremiah Mann. Starting 38th in the number 28, Subway Toyota for Octane Racing, Lusa Bellevue. Starting 37th in the number 13, Wrangler Toyota for M&M's Racing, Christian Helmenthaler. Starting 36th in the number 23, Toontown Rewritten Toyota for McGuckian Racing, 5-time series champion, Samuel McGuckian. And starting, 35th in the number 6, Wendy's Ford for Performance Racing, Bryson Smith. Starting 34th in the number 29, Napa Camaro for Beachside Racing, the Season 7 Daytona 500 champion, Isaac Flinchum. And starting 33rd in the number 92, Combs Ryan Racing Camaro, Allegra Waldron. Starting 32nd in the number 88, McDonald's Camaro for JF Motorsports, the Season 12 champion, Jonathan Franklin. Starting 31st in the number 36, Harris Family Racing Camaro, Enoch Drew. Starting 30th in the number 37, Geometry Dash Camaro for Rob Top Racing, David Weidenhoft. And starting 39th in the number 86, HTB Camaro for Speed Racing, Nico Washabog. Starting 28th in the number 27, Home Depot Camaro for Beachside Racing, Jackie Rigsby. And starting 27th in the number 5, DC Solar Camaro for Knifely Motorsports, John Yates. Starting 26th in the number 19, Bass Pro Shops Toyota for Toyota Racing, Samuel Adams. What are we on? We are 27th, 28th, 27th, 26th. Starting 25th in the number 05. Just giving myself a correction on that. Yes, starting 25th in the number 05. Pepsi Racing Camaro, Jean-Marc Briori. Starting 24th in the number 77, Roblox Ford for Monster Energy Racing, Jack Sharp. And starting 23rd in the number 7, Great Clips Camaro for Knifely Motorsports, Emily Woodhouse. Starting 22nd, number 46, Eskimo Motorsports, Valvoline Ford, Homer Simpson. Yes, you heard that right. And starting 21st in the number 79, Credit One Bank Toyota for Toyota Racing, Jacob Goodrich. starting in the 20th spot in the number 14 Young Life Ford for Turner Motorsports, Cole Bywater. And starting 19th in the number 0 Arroyo Racing Camaro, Tyler Arroyo. Starting 18th in the number 63 Netflix Camaro for Clayton Racing, Nicole Clayton. And give me 1 second, I gotta load something here. Starting 17th in the number 12 Dollar General Ford for Monster Energy Racing, Nico Hammock. This would be, what, 18th? No, this would be 17th, 16th. Starting 16th in the number 8 Doritos Ford for Donato Bray Racing, Adam Donato. And starting 15th in the number 9 Sweet Frog Ford for Donato Bray Racing, Andrew Bray. Starting 14th in the number 2 Discount Tire Ford for Performance Racing, PJ Simeon. And starting 13th in the number 30 Mountain Dew Ford for Donato Bray Racing, Joey Costanza. Starting 12th in the number 21 Club Penguin Island Ford for Disney Racing, Brandy Santanastasio. And starting 11th in the number 41 Motorcraft Ford for Eskimo Motorsports, Amos Simon. Now it is time to meet the top 10. Starting 10th in the number 42 Discord Toyota for Coca-Cola Racing, Matthew. Starting 9th in the number 93 Combs Rhinara Racing Chevrolet, Danny Hudson. Starting 8th in the number 39 Pennzoil Ford for Performance Racing, Tucker Coatney. And starting 7th in the number 22 Monster Energy Racing Ford, Myron Flynn. Starting 6th in the number 4 M&M's Racing, in the number 4 M&M's Toyota for M&M's Racing, Zach Kaczynski. And starting 5th in the number 53 Monster Energy Ford for Monster Energy Racing, Logan Krebs. Starting 4th in the number 1 Target Camaro for Coca-Cola Racing, the Duel 2 winner and the Season 5 Daytona 500 winner, Brett Benjamin. And starting 3rd in the number 78 the Duel 1 winner, Strider Setgast. And finally on the front row, in the number 24 Poker Stars Chevrolet for Knifely Motorsports, two-time Daytona 500 champion, Russell Schenck. And on the pole, in the number 3 Reese's Toyota for M&M's Racing, the Season 12 Daytona 500 winner, the reigning series champion, Thomas Lacko. We are just moments away from getting the green flag here in this 200 lap event. And 40 cars set to get rolling. A couple of them looking for another Daytona 500, but most of the field looking for their first Daytona 500, and a lot of them even looking for their first ever win. We'll see who starts off strong, who starts season 14 off really strong by winning the biggest race and locking themselves into the series playoffs. 200 laps. It is a full distance Daytona 500. So a couple of differences to this season compared to past seasons. So no more stages, as in no more stage cautions, but we still do the playoff points, and this is how it works now. It is now the driver who leads at halfway gets 1 playoff point. The driver who leads the most laps gets 1 playoff point, and the race winner gets 5 playoff points. We've seen some crazy things happen already. We've seen accidents in practice. The duels had 3 big ones, including a flip in the first duel by McGuckian, the 5-time series champion. He will be starting towards the back because of that accident. But on qualifying day, it was Schenk and Lacko who earned the front row and will lead this field of 40 cars to the green. We've got a couple underdogs starting towards the front, more particularly on the inside line because of Duel 1. I don't know why I think they stopped. Such as Krebs, Flynn, Hudson, Simon, guys you wouldn't really expect to see start towards the front. Well, Duel 1 was a little interesting on pit strategy and such. So we've got a pretty interesting front row. Now here to give the command is some guy in the game to start the engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
Lacko, the reigning series champion, also a former Daytona 500 winner, expected to be one of the favorites. Same with that car right on his outside. Schenk in the 24 has 2 Daytona 500s, had a really strong season last season. And now we are just making sure all cars are running, which that is the case. Titanic Cup Series Season 14 about to get underway with the 14th running of the Daytona 500. The biggest race of the season getting set to go underway. 40 cars. Pace car goes on to the pit lane. And the green flag is out for the 14th Daytona 500. Did not take long for Set Gas to go to the inside, and look who's coming with him, his new teammate Kagzinski. New team for Set Gas, Eminem's racing his teammate Kaczynski will go right behind him. And two other teammates, Toyota Racing, Benjamin and Matthew, go to the inside, working together. Setgas and Schenk both falling back a little bit, and looks like Setgas going to lead lap 1, but here comes Kaczynski on the inside. And the teammates, Toyota Racing, they were really strong last season. Benjamin and Matthew. These two working hard together, and we'll see if they can work all day. They had a really strong season last season. See if they can work together to get past. They're pretty much their main competition. They're both Toyotas, Toyota Racing, or Coca-Cola Racing rather, and M&M's Racing. There is the M&M's Racing Toyota out front. Coca-Cola Racing is the inside. Here come two more teammates, the Ford teammates of Simeon and Kotny, working on the inside. As they go for the lead, and Simeon going to get the advantage and get by Kaczynski. Simeon goes high, leaves the door open for his teammate Kotny to go to the bottom. Couple Toyotas hunting these Fords. 5 of them, in fact. Pole sitter Lacko pushing Matthew in the 42. And now here comes Benjamin. He makes it 3 wide for third as Simeon stays clear for the lead. 3 wide for second, rather. Matthew, his teammate, going to be right behind him again. And a couple other underdogs, including rookie Woodhouse in the 7. Bywater in the 14, not a rookie, but his first time driving for this team. And his first time driving in the Cup Series since season 11. Full time, that is. He raced a couple season 12 races. Just like 1 or 2. Kotny and Simeon teammates are side by side. The pole sitter Lacko is on the inside of 3 wide for third. Bray in the 9 behind Lacko. Reese's new sponsor of the series, as the Performance Racing teammates continue to race side by side for the lead. New sponsor on the 39 was formerly Long John Silver's. They have left the series and is now Pennzoil. They're racing side by side. They both have a Toyota M&M's Racing Toyota behind them. But one of them has another M&M's Racing Toyota right behind them. Setgas in the 78, who led lap 1, is pushing his teammate Kaczynski, who helped him lead lap 1. And Simeon and Kotny continue to race door to door off turn number 4, coming to complete lap 6 here today. Lacko makes it 3 wide for the lead. Started first, fell back pretty early, like in the first corner. But he is peaking now inside of Simeon. I think he's cleared Kotny. He does. He's going to make sure he's going to block that lane. But here's the outside getting a really big run. Simeon clear to the lead. Kaczynski to second. Lacko now stuck in a 3 wide battle for third between Bray and Setgas. Well, the outside cleared, and now here comes Woodhouse on the inside, 3 wide for third. We've even got some 4 wide racing. Are they going to be able to clear this? Coatney's got the room up top. No, maybe not anymore. A little bumping and rubbing between the 39 and the 14. Now the 39 has the outside clear. They avoid any trouble. Meanwhile, Simeon, Kagzinski, Lacko, 3-car breakaway. The rookie Woodhouse, the last series National Series champion, is battling Setgast for 4th. You can see how spread out this pack is getting more and more as the laps wind down. "200 laps we expect this to be, especially if we have really long green flag runs, to be pretty spread out lap traffic to be a factor all day. Especially if we have an accident that damages a lot of race cars. Then lap traffic will really become a constant thing. But for now we are clean, no lap cars in the distance. It is Simeon leading, Setgast coming to 2nd now. Lacko falls back a little bit, he's stuck in the middle with no drafting help. Here's Woodhouse up to 4th now. Kagzinski goes inside of Setgast. For 2nd, here comes Schenk in the 24. Coming to the front for the first time since the very start of this race. And you can see drivers such as Mann, Helmenthaler, Smith, they started towards the back. And they have not been able to get through the lap cars. They're now falling a little bit behind. Here's another pack of a couple of cars that started further back, including McGuckian and Franklin and Miller. They are not in this lead pack. Hoping to either be able to catch up to them or looking for a caution. Simeon leading. Here's Schenk right behind him though. Kagzinski is 3rd. Setgast 4th. They run single file, 3 wide for 5th. Woodhouse, Benjamin, and Yates in the middle. All 3 all 3 Knifely Motorsports teammates running in this pack. Three out of 4 M&M's Racing Toyotas running in this pack. We mentioned Helmenthaler, he's the one that's further back as M&M's Racing teammates work to the front, Kagzinski and Setgast. But then it's the Knifely Motorsports teammates. Schenk and Yates right behind them. Yates thinking about going 3 wide. He's going to do that. Yates goes inside for the lead. Benjamin coming behind the 5 car. And we are coming up on our first lap car. That is Waldron in the 92. And that's going to delay that inside line. We saw an early accident happen in last season's Daytona 500 due to a lap car accident, due to a lap car. And Lacko was involved in that accident. But they will cleanly get by this lap car. Kagzinski stuck still behind the 92. Now he's going to go inside. And Yates is the new leader, Benjamin second, Coatney third. Flinchum, haven't said his name yet today. He's now trying to get himself into the top 5. Started pretty far towards the back, actually. Really good job getting himself up here. And that 29 is coming. I mean, I'm just watching it storm through this field. There on the inside, Setgas drops inside of Benjamin. Coatney going with him. And they're going to go inside of Yates, you know, a really big run off turn 4. Setgas had the lead, but Coatney went inside. Now he's going to take the lead. Here comes Flinchum in the 29, pushed by Woodhouse in the 7. And that 29 of Flinchum going to the front. Rookie Woodhouse right behind him. Woodhouse is a female driver. Now she's going inside, 3 wide for the lead. And Flinchum does not have any help there in the middle. And looks like Woodhouse going to clear, but she does not have any push. She's going to have to go to the outside, which doesn't look like she's going to do. And that outside line is going to be coming really strong here down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Coatney back to the lead from that momentum down the backstretch. Staying in front of Setgas. Woodhouse inside of him, 3 wide behind them. And now here comes Setgas with Woodhouse with Lacko behind her. Inside of Coatney for the lead. Flinchum has fallen back. Here comes Simeon again. Led several laps very early on. He's trying to come back to the front. He's got Schenk behind him. Now Schenk goes to the middle lane. Costanza now there on the bottom, and it's 3 wide for the lead. Coatney, Woodhouse, Simeon. Costanza and Simeon. Ford's on the bottom. Teammate Camaro's in the middle for Knifely Motorsports. And then we have a Toyota pushing a Ford on the outside. And that's going to work. Coatney clear for the lead for now. But Simeon, his teammate, looking to get a big run. Coming up on another lapped car. Here on lap number 20, that is Arroyo in the 0, and Woodhouse squeezes through, takes the lead. The outside line getting clogged up. Setgas Coatney gonna fall to the back of this pack. And it is a rookie leading the Daytona 500, Woodhouse in the 7, Kakzinski in the 4, and Flinchum in the 29 back up here, Matthew in the 42. puts him inside. Kaczynski with no help. He's going to take the lead. Matthew right behind. Bray in the 9 is there in third. "21 laps complete." We've got a 14-car lead pack. Further back, we have another even bigger pack. This one is about 7-8 seconds behind. With drivers such as Helmenthaler, Franklin, McGuckin, guys who we thought could be and could still be big contenders in this race. Smith in the 6. As the race winds down, more and more cars will go lap down. Lacko back to the lead, but here comes Yates now in the 5. Woodhouse has fallen back. Yates takes the lead now. That's Set Gas in the 78. Coatney 39 going to make it 3 wide for the lead. Benjamin right behind Coatney. Set Gas does not have any help. Lacko pushing Yates. Lacko stuck in the middle. Now this one car was involved in a crash in Duel 2 and still managed to win. I expect this one car to be pretty fast today. He is a former Daytona 500 winner. He also has 2 Talladega wins. And he is 3 wide in the middle for third. Here comes Simon getting a huge run through turn 3 and 4 to get behind his teammate Coatney. Coatney goes in front of his teammate. Yates still there on the outside. And we have a caution. And there's trouble there on the front straightaway. There's Goodrich going around in the 79, making his first career start. And that will slow down the field for the first time today. Wow, Hammock nearly slammed into the 79 there. Hammock at number 12, near miss there. I see some damage on the 8 of Donato as well. We'll check on what happened in a little bit. I believe Simon is the race leader. We'll see if cars come on pit road, which they should. They ran 25 green flag laps. And here they come. We've seen some incidents happen on pit road in our dual races. You can see there, looks like a long slide happened down the backstretch. Here comes the field. Simeon is in. Whew, near miss there. Ooh, a little bit of contact between the 30 and the 2. Looks like there's 2 tires before the leader gets into the 41 as well, and he's going to spin around. Got to get into his pit box, and now Flynn is stuck. It gets into Bray, nearly gets into Woodhouse, does get into Woodhouse. And that 22 just trying to get into his pit box, getting bottled here on pit road. A little more contact. Wow, we've seen a lot of contact on this pit stop. And it looks like Simeon came out first. There's Goodrich. Let's take a look at what happened here to bring out the first caution. Oh, I don't know, it looks like this might have happened from a lapped car. That's Arroyo in the 0. Oh, he gets clipped by Franklin. And then slams into the 90 in the 79. Got into McGuckian and Donato. Slams into the 79, gets into the 23, and then into the 8. Taking a look, I mean, the lap car is kind of going much slower than everyone else. Here comes Franklin. He tries to go to the outside. The 0, however, goes up. And slams Franklin in the 88. Goodrich still in this race. In fact, all 40 cars still in this race. Flynn coming back on track after needing some pretty big repairs. It got absolutely clobbered. A couple guys fell back, some damage on the 86. Benjamin falls pretty far back, nearly all the way to the back of the pack. You saw Bray make some contact on pit road. He's got a bit of front end damage. He was strong early on. Yates in the 5 is really scratched up here. Wonder what happened here. Alright, here's this all had to do with the 25. Oh, Schenk gets into Yates and he spins around. Gets into a bunch of other cars, including Yates and Helmenthaler. Or including Smith. I don't remember who it was. It's Helmenthaler and someone else. And so the first caution of the day, and this is a caution that a lot of drivers that started towards the back were looking for. Maybe not McGuckian since he was the one involved in this, but drivers such as Helmenthaler. This was a great caution for him. Man, Smith now might have a chance to run with this lead pack. Franklin, I don't know how bad his damage is, but he gets it cautioned. Maybe not exactly the way he wanted it to come out, but Simeon leading, Lacko second, and Setgaster getting set for the restart. Here on lap 29 of 200 in the Daytona 500. Simeon has been strong so far in this race, but those Toyotas' lack of set gas, they've also been about just as strong. Coming back to the green flag, 29 laps complete. And we'll see how it shakes out here compared to the start. Coatney right away goes inside of set gas, but does not have any help right now. Matthew, wow, so really went all the way from the top to the bottom. Gonna go behind Coatney, thinking when to go in front of Kagzinski's that other Toyota, and he's gonna go 3 wide for third. As Lacko gets by Simeon for the lead. The pole sitter back in front. And here come the cars that we mentioned. Smith in the 6th man in the 20. Another rookie. As the field gets back up to speed. Kagzinski up to 3rd. Simeon inside of Lacko for the lead. Kagzinski gonna follow. Matthew in that temporary paint scheme. Celebrating Discord's birthday. Was expected to be ran only in the Clash, but it got extended for the rest of the speed weeks. But we should be using a Coca-Cola scheme for Atlanta. Here comes Smith in the 6th. We knew he was going to be a contender. Started towards the back, got stuck back there until that caution came out. Now he's already up to 3rd, pushing the 42. Here come a couple other new guys. Miller in the 11, he started dead last, and he's now in 8th. Looks like possibly a bit of damage on that 63. Not sure about that. But here comes Matthew to the lead, with Smith pushing him. Matthew going to go to the outside, Smith down to the bottom, as his teammate Coatney. Now all 3 Performance Racing Fords are up there. Three wide, Coatney and Matthew now as Smith does not have any help. Coatney going to go up in front of his teammate Simeon, and Matthew working hard on the outside. Lacko now going to lead the inside. Matthew clears for the lead. Matthewson came so close a bunch of times until winning, getting that first win last season. It's never happened. Lacko inside for the lead. He's going to take it. But Matthew going to go right back to the inside. Here comes Miller in the 11, pushed by Smith in the 6. That is a single car team, Athletic Racing. Started dead last, was involved in a late crash in Duel 2. But that 11 is clearly fast. He's gotten himself up to the top 3. Trying to anyways, might even get to the lead here. He is now pushing Matthew in the 42. Lacko in the 3, 2 Toyotas side by side. And then Mann in the 20, the rookie. We had Woodhouse up here towards the front a little bit earlier. She's a little bit further back now. Taking a look, it's gotten a little bit more spread out. Flinchum, Costanza, 2 of the cars who have fallen back. Schenk is not lead pack driver anymore. There might be a bit of damage on that 14. Benjamin now back here in 25th. He was really strong early on, and he hates to see the damage on that 5 car. Now what happened? Did we slapped a car? That's why it got spread out. Now it's Smith to the lead. These guys definitely do not want to see a 4-car breakaway. Simeon, Kagzinski, everyone behind him. But they're running side by side. That's not going to be good for them catching up to the cars in front of them. But Matthew makes it 3 wide for the lead. That's going to help the guys behind. Now Simeon and Kagzinski working together, going 200 miles per hour into turn 1. Other cars may be starting to fall back a little bit. Lacko is the lead. He's out there pretty far by himself. Simeon and Kagzinski have caught up. Not sure about everyone else though. They're kind of fading. Coatney does not have any draft right now. Matthew inside of Lacko. Matthew's still looking for his first ever win. It's Simeon now inside of Matthew. In the 6-car pack, we have 3 Toyotas, 2 Fords, and 1 Chevrolet. Got a bit of a pack forming. We'll see if they can work together. Try to catch the pack in front, but I don't know. Got some pretty fast cars in the front pack. But I got some fast ones in this one too, including the two rookies. And yes, this issue with that one car. He's now outside of the top 30. He was running really strong. Now he's outside the top 30. I wonder if he got any damage. Lap traffic should be a factor here pretty soon. Kagzinski inside of Simeon, his former teammate Smith behind him. Smith now is Simeon's teammate. See this pack forming up here. Let's see if they can work well together, catch up to the cars in front. I don't know, it's going to be tough to do, but maybe with lap traffic I think it could happen. They're only about 4 seconds behind right now. Running single file, that's going to help the lead pack. This lead pack pull away a little bit. Being led by Kagzinski, but Miller now going to go inside of Smith. And that time by, this pack was faster than the other pack. Coming up on some lapped cars here as the teammates of Smith and Simeon push to the lead. And they're going to have to slow down from this lap traffic. This pack is about half a second faster every lap. Ooh, Kagzinski getting boxed in by the lap cars. They're all going to get by them now. Simeon takes the lead from his teammate, leaves Smith out to dry. There's Adams in the 19, haven't mentioned him yet today. Rigsby in the 27 started pretty far back. He's close to the top 10. In fact, he was in the top 10 last time by. This pack running 3 wide is not going to help them catch up to the pack in front of them. But they're getting slowed by the 79, and that actually might cause these two to lose the lead draft. Miller and Smith gotten so far behind. And this is now going to become a 4-car breakaway. 2 Fords and 2 Toyotas. We'll see how far they can break away though. Okay, correction, is actually 3 Toyotas and 1 Ford. So Simeon now is the only performance racing Ford in the lead pack. He had all 3 of his teammates not too long ago. they come up on a group of lapped cars. It's still stuck behind this group. And if these guys take too long to get through, which looks like they're going to go through the middle to get by this pack. Although Lacko is the only one that's gotten by so far. Now the other three are going to go by them. So as we lap more and more cars and as the green flag run gets longer, we should start seeing some lap cars be able to run with the lead pack. Might not happen with those cars that were just lapped, but could happen with some sooner ones, such as that 28 car. Lacko falls back. Simon, I'm going to take the lead. These four have been shuffling quite a lot. Whoop, and just mentioned Bellevue, she has lost the engine. Looks like she's gonna come to rest. I don't know if she'll be able to make it. Looks like she's going. She's going really slowly. And what was a really fast car in qualifying. The engine has expired on that car. Brand new team. This is this team's first race. Bellevue, however, not a rookie. She has raced a couple of cup seasons. He's gonna make it to pit road. Simon leading, Matthew second, or Lacko second. He's going to go inside for the lead here. Matthew third and Kaczynski fourth. Just 51 laps complete. We're only a quarter of the way done. Still a long way to go here at Daytona. Welcome to Daytona 500, 60 laps complete at the line. It is a 4-car breakaway right now. It is Simeon, Lacko, Kagzinski, and Matthew, but we still have a long way to go. This pack, however, pulling like an entire second off of anyone else each lap, despite getting slowed by a lap car last time by. Take a look at our running order. Is currently Simeon leading. Lacko is second, Kagzinski third, Matthew fourth, Adams fifth, Miller sixth, Sekas seventh, Smith eighth, Coatney ninth, and Santanastazo runs 10th. 11th is Franklin, Mann is 12th. 13th is Weidenhoft. Woodhouse runs 14th. Clayton 15th, Rigsby 16th, Hammock 17th, Rue 18th. That is Costanza 19th, and Bywater is 20th. As we've got some cars coming onto pit road here. That is the leader, Simeon. He came in by himself. He only changed the right sides last time. We'll see if he does 4 this time. And that is the plan. A lot of damage on the 77. These 3 continue to stay out. And with Simeon, he's coming back on the track by himself. He's going to be running at lap or 2. There he is right there. And he's going to get past, so he now does not have any drafting help. Which means he's probably not going to be in this top 3 when they come off the road. We'll see if anyone will be, though. Whoa, we're going to get slowed by a couple lap cars here. Oh, I think Kagzinski tried to get onto pit road, but he couldn't. Here comes Matthew now in the 42. Gonna be a 4-tire change on that Discord Toyota. A little slow afterwards, but he gets back on. Here comes Lacko and Kagzinski now, the 2 teammates, M&M's Racing. They will come in together. Let's see if they can come out together. Looks like they will. Kagzinski gonna get ahead of Lacko though. And this is gonna be good for them coming back on the track together. Well, I don't know, Kagzinski's pulling pretty big distance now from Lacko. I think he should definitely make sure he drafts with Lacko. Oh, trouble! There goes the 79 again, spinning for the 2nd time, and that's going to bring the caution out. Right as we're going through a cycle of pit stops. But I do believe everyone has completed their stop. Not sure who else was involved that caused this accident. Kagzinski should be the leader. Looks like we have, as of now, 24 on the lead lap. And standings will probably be a little bit more accurate next time by. Yeah, that 79 was really slow on the racetrack, and yeah, he is going to retire from this race. See, Kagzinski comes back on the pit road. Looks like he's going to. Lacko does not. Simeon going to come on again. There's Matthew in the 42. A bunch of them coming back on pit road, despite the fact that they were just on. Oh, it looks like just gas only for Smith, and probably for everybody too. Yeah, very quick stop. And Coatney changing tires though. Gonna get some new right ones on. Ooh, a lot of damage on 27 of Rigsby. Wonder if that's recent or if that's been there. It didn't. It is recent. Gets into the 6. He just comes back on the racetrack, and Rigsby gets some pretty big nose damage there. So let's take a look at what happened. Bring this caution out. You see 79 really heavily damaged. And that car is just running really off the pace. And here comes some lap cars. That's Krebs in the 53 that gets into him. That 53 was strong in duel number 1. Really strong finish. Second, almost won. And so Lacko becomes the new race leader after those pit stops. And we do have 24 on the lead lap. That 41 car you see right there is 1 lap down. Benjamin has gone a lap down. Yates has gone a lap down. Teammates of Donato and Bray are 1 lap down, just to name a couple. Here come the lapped cars on pit road now. So this is going to bunch it up a little bit. Helmenthaler, probably the most notable lapped car though. And this is going to allow him to catch up. Lacko leads. Matthew second. Adams now is third. Kagzinski is sixth. He was the first one off pit road out of those who stopped. So that's going to put Flincham back in fifth. And you see our 24 lead lap cars. As they run under caution. Lap 68 here at Daytona. Still a long way to go. Second caution of the day. Green flag, 69 laps complete here at Daytona. Still a long way to go. Lacko leads. Matthew second. Adams third, Miller fourth, and Santanastazzo restarts fifth. Adams up there for the first time. He's 3 wide now. Miller makes it 3 wide for second. None of these cars really have any push right now. Lacko holding all these guys off. How about Weidenhoft in the 37? He's up in the top 10 now. And we have a little bit of a pack, but still early in the restart. Lacko continues to lead. Miller now inside of Adams for second. Matthew in the middle, kind of falling back a little bit. Smith in that 6 car. Oh, and here we go. Now we're getting a bit of a pack. Oh, trouble. That's Adams, I think. No, that man is what I meant to say, but that is not him. That is Coatney in the 39. Lost the engine right in front of a bunch of cars. And unfortunately, looks like that's going to be the end of Coatney's Daytona 500. And now we're getting a bit of a pack here. It's about time. Lacko leads. Couple Toyotas up front. Here comes Setgas, pushed by the rookie man. And how about Clayton, the 63? Saw a bit of damage on that car earlier. Looks like they got it fixed up. And it is now running up there, trying to get in the top 5. As Simeon behind her. Female driver, 63. Female driver also in the 21 and the 7. And the rookie man takes the lead here in the Daytona 500. Woodhouse also led a lap or two. And remember, there is 1 playoff point to be earned for the driver who leads at lap 100. Adams now gets to the front, but here comes Lacko and Simeon and Kagzinski, 3 of the 4 cars who were in the lead pack prior to the previous caution. And it does look like this pack is getting a little bit wider. Adams and Lacko side by side. Adams now single car team. He ran with Goodrich as a teammate for this race, but Goodrich will not is full time in the National Series. Adams should be a single car team the rest of, or most of the rest of the season, and Adams going to stay clear for the lead. McGuckin in that 23 car who was involved in the first accident. He's trying to get in the top 10. Oh, the lap car of Sarp. A lot of front end damage on that 77. Gonna slow down this lead pack. Thankfully does not cause an accident yet anyways. And this could cause a bit of separation. A bit of smoke widen or Washabog might have lost it. Still trying to get by this 77 car. And that's gonna cause Simeon Miller to fall all the way to the back of this, in which they might not be able to get back into the lead pack. Depending on how they form back up. But it looks like they're doing a good job coming back together. I don't know, we'll see. Looks like Flinchum's struggling a little bit, trying to stay with the cars in front of him. And this group of cars could be falling back here pretty soon. Benjamin not on the lead lap but running with this lead pack. If he can take the lead and then a caution comes out, he would get back on the lead lap. So I'm not sure what was wrong with the one car. The last green flag run just was not fast at all. But is Adams leading? Lacko second. Man, the rookie on the inside of Lacko does not have any help though. But he does take the second spot from Lacko. Lacko gonna try to go inside, take it right back. Set gassed. Here's McGuckin. Had a terrible season last season, trying to have a better one this season. We'll see if he can do it. Have a good start to this Daytona 500. Was flipped over in the dual race. But he is back. He is fast. Racing to the front. And it is Adams and Lacko battling for the lead. Hammock in the 12, new team Monster Energy Racing, now in the top 5. Setgast up to 3rd, battling Man for that spot. And we are just getting started. We are yet to cross halfway. Still a long way to go here in the Daytona 500. But we're 19 points away from awarding a playoff point to the leader. Pretty interesting pack up front. Lap 89 here at Daytona. Adams rather, is leading. Kagzinski now in second, Setgas third. Setgas was second for a long time. Then we have rookie Matthew fourth. Hammock for Monster Energy Racing is fifth, made the move to this team. Lacko is sixth, and then Santon Estazo seventh. Franklin eighth. Oh, we have a caution out. That would be the third one. Unsure of the cause. Priori is slow on the track. Oh, there it is right there. 41 of Simon. Looks like a lot of damage on that car. The whole front end is smashed in. Looks like right front is really heavily damaged. Let us go ahead and take a look here real fast. Oh, that happens up there. The 86 spins around. Simon slams into that. You see the whole piece go flying into the air there. Bywater gets destroyed in this accident. But it all starts with the 86, not sure what happens here. Looks like trying to get a lap down, gets into the 93 and the 92. The 86 spins around, and watch that hit from Simon. I believe also made contact with that red car, the Sharp. And then Bywater slams in there. Look at Arroyo just get through that. Yeah, that 86, that 14, they are destroyed. Here they come. That brings the caution out for the third time. Just 10 laps shy. Avoiding that first playoff point at the halfway mark. Adams came off first, I believe. Setgast man. Lacko falls back. Might have a bit of heavy damage. Looks like first of all this had a slow stop in the first place, and then coming off of pit road, he hit someone. Might be that 27 car. Oh no, it's a 2 car. Simeon. Both of those cars were really strong in this race. And they get together on pit road. I wonder how bad that damage is, but that was a pretty hard lick for both of them. And they both had really fast cars this race. It really stinks to see them get hit like that. This is only one way to find out how bad it is. So Benjamin does not get back on the lead lap. So Adams is the race leader now. Setgas second, Mann third. Kagzinski fourth, and Franklin, he was involved in their first accident. He's now up to fifth. I wonder if that 88 car has anything still, despite the early accident on lap 25. Under caution for the third time, we are on lap 92, 9 away from halfway. Going back to the restart, lap 93. 93 will be complete at the line. Adams set gas man the top 3. Now in the past Daytona 500s, we really didn't have as many cautions, especially at this stage of the race. I mean, I think we had 3 cautions altogether last season. I think we only had 2 the season before that. It's been a pretty wild day so far as Adams leads, but no drafting help down the backstretch. Here comes Franklin and Kaczynski. And 2 Fords, Sansonastazo and Hammock pushing hard there on the inside. Three wide, here comes McGuckin in the 23. Woodhouse, the rookie in the 7, who's strong early in the race, but has kind of been out of the picture ever since then. Kaczynski is the new leader. Hammock, Sansonastazo, and Adams going to take them 3 wide. McGuckin behind. Adams to the lead. Kaczynski goes back inside. Woodhouse back to 3rd, set gas to 4th. And here comes Miller and Matthew on the inside. McGuckin stuck on the outside. Franklin in that 88. Shank in the 24. All 3 of those Knifley Motorsports cars coming. They were strong very early in the race. None of them really were in the picture after that, but now they are back. And it is Miller inside of Kaczynski for the race lead. He's going to get it. Matthew 2nd, and Miller started dead last. He is now dead first. Matthew inside. Miller went to the outside. Franklin pushing that 88, or that 42. Franklin actually is not in the Knifley Motorsports. I forgot about that. He is now his own team, in his own team. So F Motorsports took the number with him. I've got to get used to that. The 88 not Knifley Motorsports car anymore. 3 wide for 2nd. Matthew is the new leader. Miller on top. Adams to the bottom. And Shank in the middle. Prior to this race, Shank was picked as a favorite to win. Got a bit of damage on pit road at the first pit stop though. Looks like he's doing a good job with that though. That's Adams trying to go for the lead. Miller going to drop all the way to the inside. And Miller back to the front. Hammock behind. He's got Smith behind him. Smith, who's taking his old performance racing car this season, as Hammock moved to the Monster Energy racing team. He's going side by side with Adams. about Simpson in the 46 there into top 10 now. And going to the inside, pushed by Santanastazzo. A couple small team Fords there working on the inside. Hammock to the middle, Smith now inside. Matthew back to second. Smith getting a push from Schenk on the bottom. Then number 6, Wendy's Ford. New sponsor Wendy's has never been in the series. We're coming up to that slow 77 car. And that car's really off the pace. Gonna get slowed by Adams, the leader, and thought it was gonna... I don't know how that didn't cause an accident. But this is gonna clog up the whole outside line. And we'll see if this creates any breakaways. Hammock, Woodhouse. And Hammock was running really strong towards the front, gonna fall all the way to the back now, and might not be able to stay in this lead draft. Coming up on another lap car there, Waldron was involved in the most recent caution. She's got a bunch of damage on that car too. Like just as bad as Sharp. Adams and Matthew get by there, pushing each other. They would like to be a 2-car breakaway. No one else wants to see that happen as cars get slowed by the 92. And now this could be trouble for everybody else, as these cars trying to get together pull away after getting through those lap cars. By the way, we have to check to see who led lap number 100. It would be Adams, so Adams will get that playoff point. And we've got a bit of a breakaway again, similar to the second green flag run. And if these guys can stay single file, they'll definitely pull away from everyone else. Adams, Kaczynski, Matthew, and Schenk. But these guys have something to say. Only thing is they're running double file. These guys single file. And the more they run single file, the more they're going to pull away. Kaczynski to the lead. This pack pushing, they're about 2 seconds behind last time by. They might still be catching a little bit of a draft off the guys in front of them, but they're running 3 wide. That's going to slow them down, and they did have a slower last time by than the top cars. So these guys could hope for lap traffic, but it looks like there's not going to be any for quite a while. If this pack can get the other pack to get slowed by lap cars, could definitely help them. Well, there's a lot of shuffling going on in this lead pack. Side by side for the lead, side by side for third. We'll see if these guys, they have to stay together. They've got to push each other. They can't be running 3 wide so much. Last time by, they were a little faster than the cars in front of them. Woodhouse pushing Miller. And side by side is Adams and Kaczynski, and that's going to slow this pack down. The other pack should be storming, although these two are side by side now. And all they need is to catch that little draft off the pack in front of them, and they will suck in really fast. Here comes Smith in the 6. Going to push Woodhouse. Nope, going to try to take charge of this pack. And again, they closed in a little bit, trying to catch up on this pack, who are now running single file. And that didn't last long. Adams inside of Kagzinski. Shank inside of Matthew, and I think if these four could have ran single file the past several laps. Then they could have broken away, but I think this pack's going to catch them. Yeah, they are there, and Woodhouse should be catching a draft off of these guys by now. You can see the speeds picking up to 196, 197. That's all from that draft in front of them. Coming up on some lap cars, and this pack has caught them. Miller, and now these guys gotta be careful. They've lost a lot of speed somehow. Oh, that's that 77 of Sharp again, and that has caused this pack to once again get slowed. And now Miller has caught up to these guys, but they're catching up to these lapped cars. There's only 3 of them though. Matthew gonna get slowed by the 93. Maybe not. A little bit. He's getting down to 185 now, getting slowed by Arroyo. And here's this pack running single file. Ooh, almost gonna go a little bit bottled up between the 6 and the 7. Franklin, or not Franklin, but Matthew, Mann in the 20. The rookie pushing that 6 car, and they will catch up to the cars in front of them. Whoa, and there's that 92 again. Shank shoots by. We've got a lot of lap cars right now. Could definitely spread this out, although these particular lap cars actually helped get it more close together. But now we could see another breakaway happen here with these top 4. Shank, Miller, Adams, Matthew. Shank running a pretty slow speed right now. Miller going to go inside for the lead. Adams inside, Matthew inside. Adams outside is what I meant. Kagzinski looks like he's going to catch up to these guys, but everyone else, they're still getting through the lap cars. 93. Definitely slowing this pack down. And McGuckin gonna go to the outside, kind of a bad idea. And now it's Mann and Smith, they're kind of by themselves in between these 2 packs, coming up on more lapped cars. See if this helps those 2, or if it helps everybody. And yeah, they're side by side in front of this, and they're 3 wide, the lead pack. But 3 of them working together on the inside, they should get by. Here down the tri-oval, no, the 22 is going to block them. And if these guys, they have to get back together closely, or quickly. And well, they're now getting through these lapped cars. And these guys weren't able to get up to speed fast enough. They're running 3 wide now. Even 4 wide maybe for a moment, but the 20 found room to go on the outside. A bunch of underdogs having a good run. But it's now a 5-car breakaway, and these guys are going really fast now. Led by Kaczynski. Coming up, these guys coming up on the lap cars now. And this is Weidenhoff's first Daytona 500. He attempted to make it 3 times. Or twice before this. He DNQ'd both times. The 3rd time's the charm though. Weidenhoff finally makes a 500, and here he is running in the 7th spot. Having a great day, looking to finish it off strong as well. Geometry Dash, the sponsor on that 27 car, is this pack running single file. And you can see the other pack in front of them. Kaczynski still leading it. Then it's Adams, Matthew, Miller, and Schenk. Oh, coming up on that 77, the 19 shoots through, but not so much everyone else, and this could create a 2-car breakaway. Here comes the pack. Looks like they're probably going to catch up to the 24 and 12. Oh, and Weidenhoff and Woodhouse get slowed by the 77. Just about everyone else did as well. That 77 car very heavily damaged. Whoa, nearly got clipped there by the 7 of Woodhouse. And yeah, we are seeing these two break away now, and that is not what everyone else wants to see. But if they run side by side a bunch, then this other guys might be able to catch up. But if they stay single file, in which that 4 car I think is a little bit better than 19, then that could be trouble for everyone else if we get a really long green flag run, or if the race goes the rest of the way without any cautions, which seems unlikely from what we've seen not only this first half of this race but all through speed weeks. We've seen a lot of accidents. And so Matthew and Miller and Schenk have fallen back to the pack back here. These cars back here trying to catch up to the small group in front of them. See these two running single file, however the pack behind was a little faster last time by. Here's McGuckin. He's going inside of Miller for 4th, right behind Matthew. They get by that 92 with ease. That could be bad news for this pack. Most likely will be. Miller gonna have to slow down. And Matthew, Hammock, McGuckin all stuck behind that 92 car now. Matthew looking left to right, trying to get through with this guy. But they are going to have to fall back. Matthew makes sure that Hammock doesn't go down before he does. Pretty aggressive move there by the 42. And that will allow these two to pull away a little bit more. Especially since they're still running single file. If they go double file, which it looks like they're about to do, then they're going to lose some speed here. Miller looks like he's running a little bit far out by himself. Well, maybe not too far out. 300 miles are complete. We have 200 to go. And I definitely think this pack should be able to catch up. We'll see if these guys can catch up to the cars in front of them, as they will pick up speed as well if they can catch up to the top two. But you see, like, Clayton is running 190, I think it was 195, catching the draft off the cars in front of them. And Hammock's got to be careful, otherwise he's going to lose the lead draft. You see these two still running single file. Kagzinski has gone inside but has not been able to make the pass yet. Hillman-Teller about to go a lap down. He's already several laps down. And this has been a really bad race for the guy who finished second by 0.005 of a second. He's not going to have a chance to recover from that this season. Now, Kagzinski trying to take the lead. And this pack trying to sniff a draft. And it looks like that these other cars have caught up. Hammock is there. He did not lose the lead draft, so good for him. And lapping the 13 now of Hillman-Teller. Kagzinski lone car. Adams, Woodhouse, Weidenhoft. And this is what's so special about Daytona, is that anyone really can have a chance at winning this. And here's that 77. Kagzinski really gets slowed by him. Small teams like Weidenhoft, Sanson-Stazo, Hammock, they get opportunities to run with the leaders in these races. That 77 going another lap down. Here comes pit stops, green flag pit stops. Smith is in. Miller, Hammock, man. I'm not so sure. Sanson Stasser didn't speed there. You can see the pit boxes are in order based on where they started. Smith started to fall back. Uh-oh, man having a slow stop. It's gonna hurt him. Okay, I'm just trying to control the camera. Anastasio gets back out. Here come more cars. That's Woodhouse in the 7, Weidenhoff, Clayton. Sorry for my stupid camera. Setgast. Woodhouse, the rookie, having a really good first race. Changes 4 tires, gets back out there, quick stop for them. That is basically Knifley's old team before he retired the 48 car to switch to number 7. Setgas sitting on pit road for a long period of time. Kagzinski still gets a pit. Here comes Adams, Franklin, Matthews, Shank, McGuckian. And if that 4 car is the only one he gets a pit, then that's going to hurt him as he's currently running this lap by himself. Well, he's catching up. He's getting a bit of a draft off these cars, just now coming off pit road, I guess. Two-time Daytona 500 winner is looking for number 3. Comes off pit road behind his old teammate Franklin. Franklin now his own team. And finally here comes Kagzinski, the last to pit. And we'll see how this shakes up the field, if we will have any breakaways. Got into the 22 there a little bit. I think everyone swings 4 tires, I'm not sure anyone didn't. And now I'm not sure if we'll have 1 or 2 more stops. I would like to guess 2, and it looks like this 7 car is going to cycle out as leader, assuming she can get by Kagzinski, which I don't know, he's still there. Just now coming off turn 2. Lacko, I didn't even realize, but he's about to go a lap down. Must have lost the lead draft a while ago, because I haven't seen him in a while. Totally forgot he exists. As you see the cars coming back on the track, it's a little bit spread out. Here comes Woodhouse to the lead, Kagzinski. Cycles out right behind these guys. Smith to second. And there's Franklin. Adams. Donato is a lap down, and then we have this pack. So still have to give it a bit of time to see if there are going to be any breakaways. A 4-car breakaway, possibly. See if Adams can get himself up there. 88 giving 4 a push. Getting slowed by the lap car of Arroyo. And Smith is going to be out there by himself. Uh-oh, and they are all saying Smith, do not draft up to that 3 car, because if he does, that's going to be really bad news for everyone else. If that 6 car looks like he can get a draft off of the 3 of Lacko. That 3 car is a fast car, must have just lost the lead draft. And the 6 is catching up to that lapped car. And this could be really hard for everyone else to catch up to Smith now. This is exactly what Smith wanted. They are former teammates, no longer teammates, as Smith moves to performance racing. Smith gonna get past Lacko here. These guys going a little faster. Looks like this pack also trying to catch up. They're running really fast. Weidenhoff might lose the lead draft. Other cars who have lost the lead draft are Hammock, McGuckian. You can stop showing the pace car. Set guest. Oh, and Lacko falling back. Where is he? Oh, it must be on pit road. Oh, so that's not good news for Smith. He would have... I think he was hoping that 3 was still on the lead lap, but he's not. I mean, had already made the pit stop, but he didn't, and therefore the 6 cannot pull away with him. And the pack going to catch up here. Franklin to the lead. Woodhouse, the rookie, 2nd. Miller, Kagzinski, Sanson, Stazzo. This underdog club Penguin Island has been having a great race so far. We still have a long way to go. Here comes Lacko coming back on the track in front of the leaders. And nearly got into Franklin there. And that's going to slow down Sanson, Stazzo as they lap the 22 of Flynn. Oh, and there's that 77 now, really going to slow down Smith here. And here comes another possible breakaway with 4 cars, as these guys all stuck behind the lap cars. Flynn getting in the way big time of Adams. Rue in 36 is a lap down. Yeah, this is a 4-car breakaway and they're running single file. It's exactly what they need to do to break away from everyone else. Let's see if they can hold it though. The last time we've seen a successful breakaway was back in the lap 40 or so. Lap 40 to 50. Where it was also a 4-car breakaway with Lacko, Kagzinski. I don't remember who else. Samion and Matthew were the other 2 cars in that 4-car breakaway about 100 laps ago. But these guys doing a really good job. They've got a 3-second gap now from everyone else. There's Lacko, he's a lap down, he's 2 laps down actually. So I wonder what happened, he might have had unscheduled pit stop. 3 of Lacko. In fact, I think that's what happened since he pit a lot later than everyone else. So unfortunate for Lacko, the reigning champion. Not going to get his second Daytona 500 tonight, most likely. Franklin has tried for quite a while now. You see the ribbons, he has a yellow and a red. The blue ribbon, the Daytona 500 ribbon, is the only one that is missing on his car. Franklin would love to get that. You see Miller also missing a blue ribbon, and Mann and Kagzinski do not have any ribbons. Of course, Mann in his first ever Cup race, the rookie, and he's going for the lead here in the Daytona 500 on lap 138. But here come the pack there trying to catch up to the top four. Right in single file going by lap car, Helmenthaler again. Mann, the rookie, leading. But still 61 to go at the line. There's that 92, slows everyone down. Wow, Clayton nearly got into the 4 there, and flying. I thought the 4 was going to go down, that could have been big trouble. And now these guys getting slowed by this lap cars, that's going to cost them after they just got a big run. And these 4 could all lose the lead draft. Meanwhile, Miller goes to the lead. And yeah, it's not looking good for these 4. It took forever for him to get by that 92 car. Adams now leading. Here comes Lacko. He is 2 laps down. Here comes Santanastazzo, 3 wide. Matthew behind her. And that 21 is going to take the lead here on lap 141. But there's Matthew, Mann, Miller, all working that inside. Franklin trying to stay with them. Kagzinski has lost the lead draft. He's going to fall back to this pack back here. Matthew inside of Santanastazzo. Coming up on Sharp, they all get by. They all put him in the middle. And they're going to get slowed by Krebs though. It's going to help the 21 stay clear for the lead. Lacko going to go inside of her, but he's a lap down. But Adams will follow and try to take the lead. However, now it does not have any push. No help for Adams now. Now he has help as Lacko going a little low. Goes back to the top though. And Kagzinski falls back to this pack. It looks like Smith might lose this pack as well. That's not going to be good for him. these guys running single file. They're going to try as hard as they can to catch up to everyone else. It is a 6-car breakaway with 1 lapped car. So 7 cars, 1 of them is lapped. And is actually leading this group. But if they run double file 3 wide like they are right now, then this group could have a good chance at catching up. We'll just have to wait and see. Coming up to another lap car, the 21 nearly got in the wall there. And Adams will take the lead. .56 to go in the 14th running of the Daytona 500. unscheduled stop for Franklin. He's now about to go a lap down. Man is leading, not Man, but Adams is leading. Man was leading. It is now Matthew actually leading in that 42. Simpson going a lap down in 17th. And man, we could have a really big upset today. Matthew has never won. Man is in his first ever race. He's never won. Santanastasio has never won. Back in 6th place, Woodhouse has never won. He's also in her first start. Clayton has never won. We're gonna have, this could be a really big upset finish. And we are just 42 laps away, and the 42 car is leading. Still have at least one more pit stop to go. Franklin leads. Here's Adams behind him. Man, followed by that small team of Santanastasio. And there's Miller in the 11 in 5th place right now. He's been strong all day. He started all the way last. Adams to lead, coming on some lap cars though. We almost had a 2-car breakaway, Santanastasio and Man, like 10 laps ago, but that did not happen. Obviously both of those drivers would have loved that to happen. But Man gonna get slowed down big time by this 92 car. Still getting slowed down. Even had to slow down. I think they were gonna lose the lead draft now after that, because the 93 had to go on the pit road. That's gonna hurt them big time. Like, really big time. And now we have the 2-car breakaway of Santanastasio and Adams. We've been caution free since the lap 89 accident. We started on like lap 95 or something like that. The race has been slowed down by 3 cautions, all 3 in the first half of the race. And here comes the leader. Not the leader anymore. Santanastasio comes on pit road. What could be final stops. I don't know. I mean, we're like right on the edge of the fuel window. It's going to be really close. She will change right sides. Gets back out there. Man is in. Smith is in. Oh, Man's just now coming out. Adams gets a pit. He's now running by himself. Matthew also running by himself. He gets a pit. Well, he's got Simeon behind him actually. He's a lap down. A bit of damage on the nose of the 3. Not sure where that happened. Adams continues to stay out. Remember, we could be close on as far as fuel goes. Matthew is in. These guys might not be able to make it the rest of the way. but Adams would like to say different. So let's take a look at Matthew. He's in on lap 164. Comes in on lap 128, so that's like 36 laps, and we are at about 36, 37 to go. So it's going to be close, really close. Adams is in. Schenk has not yet been on pit road. He continues to stay out. Trying to make it on one more stop. Looking for that third Daytona 500. Clayton is in. I think he changed all 4 tires. Santanastazzo cycles out with, she came in with this lap car and comes out with it. Simpson, who's currently 17th. I think she will cycle out as the race leader. There's Miller in second now, Adams third. Miller does not have any draft help though. Mann cycles out fourth. Matthew there, I think he's fifth. So we have the leader pulling away with the lapped car. Schenk has not been on pit road. He's finally on now though. Should be. Yeah, he just finished his stop. And he does get past. So how about this? Santanastazzo moves to this team from Monster Energy Racing. Small team, formerly ran with Cooper last season. However, this 11 car is seemingly gaining on the top two, or on these two up here. They are going side by side, so it's slowing them down. Miller is coming. Adams is drafting with Mann along with 2 lapped but fast, 3 actually, lapped cars, Franklin, Lacko, and Benjamin. And here comes Miller. Schenk is the only one in the top 10 who has won a Daytona 500, but he does have more fuel than everyone else. Miller will draft with Santanastazzo now, see if these two can break away from the guys coming behind. Adams, Benjamin, who's a lap down, but most particularly Adams and Mann. See Kagzinski, Woodhouse, Matthew, they're working together. Back in 5th, 6th, and 7th. 9 seconds behind the leader. Miller going inside of Santanastazzo. We weren't even sure if his team was going to be able to return next season. Sponsorship was really tight for this team. Apple was nice enough to stick around for one more season and keep the sponsorship this team needs to go. Miller in that 11 is the new race leader. Started last. I know I keep saying that. But here comes the 98. Or the 19 rather. He came by himself, doesn't have anyone with him. Gonna go inside of Sant'Anastasio. Now right behind Miller. Goes inside. Adams takes the lead, coming to 30 laps to go. Oh, and this lap car going to slow down the 11 and the 21. Could be bad news if Adams can catch up to these cars in front. Oh, and he is catching up to these cars in front. This could be disaster for Miller and Sant'Anastasio. 23 cars up there as well, who is a fast car. Could draft with the 19. Definitely going to use that 23 car as a drafting partner. There's Man, he has caught up to the 11 and the 21. And this 19 now is way out there. He's even passing the lapped cars. He's driving like he's drafting with someone even though he's not. That 19 car really strong now. But we've got this pack of 5 cars. And Adams chose to not draft with the 23. He's going past him. And he's now by himself, but still running 192 miles per hour by himself. 193, that is a lot of speed for going by yourself. This pack is trying. Miller and Sant'Anastasio have to be careful not to lose the draft. The 21 car doesn't seem to be as fast anymore as it was before. They are making ground on that 19. That car is so fast, it makes sense for him not want to slow down to work with anyone, but I mean, I think it's going to get the best of him as all these cars going to work together. Benjamin 1 lap down at least. 2 laps down perhaps, yes. Man trying to win his first ever race. In his first ever start. And they are catching that 19. But if they catch that 19, I mean, are you even going to be able to pass him? Because that car seems so fast. Mann has caught the 19. Santamastazzo and Miller also in this pack. But Adams doing a good job keeping the distance in front of everyone else. That's how fast that 19 is that he can keep that far ahead. Look at him, suck up to his lap car really quickly. He's flying through these lap cars, goodness. He's gonna get to the outside of the 29. See the 19, how quickly he's able to get through these lap cars. It is insane how he's able to do that. And everyone else is going to have a really hard time beating this 19 car. Look at that. Zooms by that 92. These guys have all these lap cars to get through. There's three trying to catch Adams. That's Santamastazzo, Miller, and Mann. Mann, the rookie. Santamastazzo also looking for her first ever win. But they have to catch that 19 car, which is blazing fast. And in fact, it's pulling away with Benjamin now. And this could be a disaster for everyone else. That lap car of Benjamin with the 19 car. And these two teams, they are affiliated with each other, so they are going to work together. Benjamin will try to get that 19 car this win. I mean, just look how fast, blazing fast, 196 with one car really far behind him, no one in front of him. The 19 is leading, they're down to just 19 to go, and this is the perfect situation for Adams. He's got Benjamin behind him. In fact, he's catching up to his former teammate Setgast. And you better believe it when I say that Setgast is going to, for sure, help that 19 car win this race. He now has like nearly a 5-second lead. It's gonna be 5 seconds by the time he crosses his line. It'll probably be 6 seconds. And these other cars just do not seem to have a chance. Man has to be careful, might lose his draft if he falls too far back. Wow, man, it's like 2 seconds faster. Gets by his former teammate Set Gast, who's now at M&M's Racing. Set Gast does not really have any teammates who have a good chance to win this race. Kagzinski is 6th, about 15 seconds behind. And there's just no way that this 19 car does not win that race unless something happens, like a caution or fuel pit strategy. Remember that 24 does have a bit more fuel than the others. He's about 33 seconds behind though. Adams is in his 3rd season. Had a really good first Daytona 500 and looking to win his 3rd. He's gonna get slipped by this 77, shouldn't be a problem. 15 laps to go. And that 19 is just pulling more and more. That thing is so fast. I don't know what they did in the last pit stop, but it is all of a sudden extremely, extremely quick. And this here could just be a battle for second. These guys could know that they have absolutely no chance at catching Adams rather, unless something like a late caution or he runs out of gas. Which I think Adams was one of the last ones to pit, so he should be pretty good on fuel. But we'll just have to wait and see. Franklin's in here, we had an unscheduled stop. Nearly 10 seconds lead for Adams. What was a big pack racing actually not too long ago has become a single car. Huge breakaway. His former teammate Setgas and affiliated car Benjamin working with him. They will help that 19 win this Daytona 500. Adams had a pretty good season last season. I think he made the top 8? Where's the top 12? I think it was top 8. Pretty sure he made the top 8 last season. But now he's just 10 away from that Daytona 500 trophy. Does he have enough fuel to make it though? Shank, 35 seconds back, has more fuel. Than everyone else. That is what we expect anyways. Well, here comes the 27 on pit road. He's a lap down, not sure when he was last on pit road. The 29 also just now coming off. There's Shank running, nice. Well, here comes Miller. These guys are pitting a lot earlier than I thought they would. Just gonna be a splash and go for Miller. Who else is coming? Here comes Weidenhoft. Maybe they know they won't make it to the end, so they're pitting as soon as possible. But they're definitely pitting a lot earlier than I anticipated that they would. Santanastazzo lost the draft from the pack she was with. Here she comes on pit road now. Man is on pit road. Eight laps to go. Adams now lone car. Never mind, still got those guys behind him. Not coming on the pit road yet, though. He's still staying out. Here's second, third, fourth. See if they come on the pit road this time. No, none of them pit. Taking a look at Shank, who, if someone were to win this on fuel mileage, we'd think it would be this 24 car. Adams still yet to come on the pit road. He's coming to take 6 to go this time by. Setgas is in. Kaczynski, Matthew, Woodhouse. They are all still staying out as well. Maybe they believe they can make it to the end. Only 5 cars on lead lap now. And this is what it all comes down to. Adams, whoa, nearly got into Benjamin did 92, and that could have brought out a late caution, which probably would have ended the race. 5 to go in the Daytona 500. these three still staying out. Expect Schenk to stay out as well. Adams is about to put him a lap down. And in fact, this could even put Adams in a position where even if Schenk stays out, Adams can still win this race. Because that's how big a lead he has. Whoa, gets slowed by Bray, but still staying out. This is Adams' race to lose. Even if he does pit, I don't. And if these three pit too, they are still staying out. This pack of cars, but all eyes are on the 19 as he just lapped Schenk in the 24. Coming to 3 to go. Does that 19 have enough? For some reason there's a caution. The race is over. Here's Kaczynski. He was not able to make it to the end. Adams still staying out. Benjamin is in. 2 laps to go. That 7 car of Woodhouse now is running second. She still stays out. Takes 2 to go. Matthew stays out as well. Adams just needs to come around a lap and a half more. He's gonna try it. Staying out. Here we go. White flag. 1 lap to go for Adams to get that Daytona 500. Battle for second is on between Matthew and Woodhouse. But here comes that 19 off turn number 4. What a strong car he had after that last pit stop. Here he comes. Checkered flag. Adams wins the 14th running of the Daytona 500. In just his 3rd attempt at this race. Absolutely dominated those last several laps. And Sam Adams is the season 14 Titanic Cup Series Daytona 500 champion. Matthew ends up in the 2nd spot. It looks like it was close though. About 1500 separated 2nd and 3rd. A great 3rd place finish for Woodhouse in her first ever start. But it was all this 19 car today. He started actually pretty deep in the field. Very young driver. I believe he's 20 or 21 years old. Somewhere around there. And he is a Daytona 500 champion in the Titanic Cup Series. Taking a look at our full results, only 3 cars finished on the lead lap: Adams, Matthew 2nd, and Woodhouse 3rd. Then all the cars lap down, Schenk finishes 4th, Kagzinski 5th, Miller 6th, Mann 7th, Santanastazzo, great run for that team, 8th, Smith 9th, and Weidenhoft in his first Daytona 500 top 10. Said Gaskets 11th, Hammock 12th. These cars finished 2 laps down. Clayton 13th, McGuckin 14th, Flincham 15th, Costanza 16th, Simpson 17th, Simeon 18th, Franklin 19th, and Lacko 20th. Benjamin gets 21st. 3 laps down is Rigsby 22nd, Yates 23rd, Rue 24th. Donato finishes 6 laps down in 25th. 7 laps down is Bray 26th, Krebs 27th, Flynn 28th. Helmenthaler 8 laps down, 29th. 9 laps down, Arroyo 30th. Hudson 31st, 10 laps down. Waldron 32nd, 13 laps down. Sharp 33rd, 16 laps down. And did not finish the race. Bywater ends up 34th. Briori 35th. Simon 36th. Wasabog 37th. Coatney 38th. Goodrich 39th. And Bellevue 40th. Take another look as Adams crosses the checkered flag. And he is the winner of the Season 14 Daytona 500. Congratulations to him. Great 2nd place for Matthew and 3rd place for the rookie Woodhouse. That is the conclusion of the Season 14 Daytona 500. And for whatever we stream next, we'll see you there. Thank you for watching the 14th Titanic Cup Series Daytona 500.